I'm Amanda England, and I just got home from work. My dog Haley here is here to help me. I'm going to put together a little appetizer to take to book club. I call it my sweet and savory asparagus cream cheese bundle. They're easy to put together and even better to eat, so let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is prep our asparagus. You want to take off any rubber bands that the store puts on. The other thing to do with asparagus is find the break point. The easiest way to do that is to break them where they naturally do, and then line up, once you have the whole bunch together, line up the one that you trimmed, even them out, and then cut them. You may say that's a lot of waste. You can always use this to make a soup with, but in all actuality, this is the perfect size for what I'm doing today. Alright, I already have my water boiling, so what I'm going to do is add a little bit of salt to the water. Just to get it going. And then quickly, we're going to blanch the asparagus in the salted water. This will take a couple of minutes, get it back up to boiling really quickly. And then once they're fully blanched, we'll put them in an ice bath. In the meantime, what I'm going to do is grate the rind of one lemon. So on a handy dandy box grater, I'm going to get this lemon rind, which I've already washed the lemon thoroughly. I like to do that just to make sure I'm getting anything off of it that I don't want. You want to make sure that you don't get any of the pits. That's the white part on the lemon. You only want to get the yellow part of the lemon rind. You're not wasting, you're just not getting it too close. Alright. I think we have that. Just reach in, scrape it off into the bowl. The peel of the lemon, the rind of the lemon, has the most flavor in the lemon. We're also going to hang on to these lemons and we're going to add it into the cheese part momentarily. The next thing we're going to need to do is get a little bit of garlic ready to go. This is part of the savory element of the garlic, or of the dish, is to add a little bit of garlic in. They're tight clove. It's a nice fresh head of garlic, which is always good. People have mixed emotions about a garlic press. I like it. I'm busy. I'm on the move. I really don't have a lot of time to spend chopping garlic. You can always chop this very finely. It's just important that it be pretty much as fine as the lemon rind that you have. I've got 2 small cloves of garlic. You could do 1 large clove of garlic here, and then you press, and then we wipe down anything that was left. And that's to taste. If you want more, you can always add more in. Alright, our asparagus are starting to boil. You want to make sure they're tender crisp. These are not quite ready, which is probably a good thing. It gives me a second more to work with our cream cheese. Our most important element is our Philadelphia cream cheese in this recipe. It adds a nice creaminess, and we're basically essentially making a cheese ball recipe to go in between the asparagus bundles. And cream cheese is an excellent component in any recipe because it really takes on the flavor of whatever you're working with, and it adds a lovely creaminess to the dish. I'm going to put that in our mixer and add in the lemon rind and the garlic. The other reason I want my garlic to be super fine is because I'm not really going to cook this portion of the recipe. It's just going into the cheese ball. Okay, we're going to do that. From that off for just a second. If you look right here, the asparagus are just turning bright, bright green. That's really where you want them to be. You want them to be kind of at a tender, crisp stage. They give a little, as you can see, but you don't want them to be so limp that they won't hold together. So I'm going to remove these now. I'm putting them in my ice bath. One of the final things that I'd like to do is cut up our red peppers. And we have roasted red peppers. I found these in the store today. I thought they were kind of neat. Not only do they have a roasted red pepper, they also have a roasted yellow pepper. And I thought, with the dish that I chose to use today, that I could do the middle component with the roasted yellow pepper and then the two sides with the roasted red. What we're going to do with these is actually tie up our asparagus bundles. So, I'll work with the yellow one. I'm going to cut it into a nice strip. Those strips to tie with. Okay. Get another one. Now, we have our asparagus ready to go. We're going to get this all assembled. And really just want to give them a quick spritz of lemon juice. Just to keep them fresh. And hopefully to help maintain some of that bright green color. So a half lemon over the top of those. We'll take our asparagus, put them together, lay our cheese on. Pop the top one on. We'll do the other one for this one. Bring it over. Tie it together. Okay, so I finished up my sweet and savory asparagus cream cheese bundles. There's only a few of us tonight at the party, so I'm taking these tonight. I'm going to wrap them up and go. Unfortunately, I have a few friends that aren't wild about asparagus, so I took the remainder of my cheese filling and I put it in a cute little dish. I'm going to take it along with some crackers, and it makes an excellent dip. So if you're looking for just a sweet and savory cheese dip, go with that as well. Also had a few asparagus left over that I didn't use. Luckily, I also had some lemon and some roasted red pepper, as well as the olive oil and garlic that are in the roasted red pepper jar. So I think that's calling my name. I'm going to add that to some pasta and probably a little Philly cream cheese tomorrow for my main dish. Until I see you next time, bye!